Alrighty folks, just wanted to give you a little tutorial on cleaning a saddle. So this is a saddle that I made probably almost 30 years ago. Been on a ranch in Nebraska and it's had some problems. Been a little bit of water damage and some other stuff. And it's got some whitish residue. I'm still not sure what that is, but I think it'll all come off okay. But this is the way I would clean anything that's been used like this. So I'd take the piece of leather and, oh, I got a nail in here. Take that nail out. So I like to clean both sides, but I'll take it and got a nice utility sink here. Throw it in some warm water. Well, it's an awful lot of water for what people think they normally would need here, and then I use some Fiebing's saddle soap here. It's the paste type of saddle soap, and just a utility brush you can buy at any hardware store or even a kitchen supply in a grocery store would have it. So I come in and get a little bit of that paste on there and some moisture and work up a lather like this. Usually work in alternating circular motions. One thing when people talk about using saddle soap on a saddle, this is not what we would call saddle soaping a saddle. This is called washing a saddle. My old buddy Dale Harwood, he always talked about washing a saddle. A big difference, but in this case we're actually using saddle soap for its best intended purpose, and that is to work up a lather and wash that saddle. And what this does is that warm lather works up, gets things worked up so that it floats out those dirt particles that have penetrated into the leather. And a little bit more saddle soap, a little bit more water. It's the same process as washing your hands or washing almost anything else, and you can see that lather's working up a little bit of color to it. That means it's washing some dirt out. It's flushing some dirt out of the leather that way. Then I'll take it and dunk it again. I'll wash out some of that, and with a carved saddle like this, I'll go ahead and, if it's particularly dirty, especially like down on the fenders, lower part of the fenders, see how that second time I'm getting even more of that, picking up more of that color, that dirt that's coming out of that carving. I might do this 2 or 3 times, and each time I'm working out a little bit more of the dirt. The thing about dirt and leather, I would liken it to dirt in a car engine. It'll, especially with a saddle, it's got a lot of movement on parts, especially of course like riggings and stirrup leathers and fenders. Why, you get dirt in there and it serves as grit in the pores of the leather, and it'll start breaking down the fibers of the leather. So what we want to do is float out all those particles. I know some of you are probably thinking, holy cow, you're using all that water. Isn't that bad for the leather? It's only bad for the leather if it remains damp. So as soon as we're finished up with this, why, we place this in an area where it's going to immediately start to dry out. So I'm going to show you a before and after picture of this saddle once we get it all finished up and oiled and treated and stuff, and we'll give you a little picture of that. once we get that all done.